Tom, you are the basketball expert. Were the Knicks at the beginning of the season expected to make the NBA Finals?
Not at all. I think a lot of people looked at the Knicks as a contender. They were really good last year, but at the end of the year, even during the series last year when they got eliminated, all anyone kept talking about is how can you possibly run out Brunson and Cat and expect their defense to be able to hold up? And it was always the questions on their defense. It wasn't could they get enough offense? It wasn't are they talented enough? It was will their defense be able to get them through playoff series? And generally the consensus among people was no, you can't have two superstars that play such poor defense to move on in the playoffs. Well, they proved everybody wrong, and the Knicks looked fantastic in both of their series.
So what was it then? What is like the one thing you can point to that say, hey, expectations were low, but this is why they're in the NBA Finals?
Well, I mean, I could be the positive New Yorker, and I could say, look, Brunson and KAT had lifted up their game. You like the bench play. You could go through quite a few scenarios of why. And I think the big why, though, and I'm just being a realist here, is that the East was so weak. The East was a weaker conference this year. We knew that. Though East, quite a few teams could have come out of it. So all things lined up right for the New York Knicks, where they're in a position right now. They took advantage of a weak East, and they elevated their game to get here.
Now take off your Homer cap, and what are your thoughts for the finals?
Well, look, I mean, the Spurs shocked me. I thought OKC was the best team in the league before the year, before the playoffs, before that series, before Game 7. I still thought OKC was still going to win. I didn't bet any money on it, but I still thought they were going to win. What the Spurs did defensively to OKC is shocking. They held them to the 80s, the 90s, 101 and 103 in their 4 losses. They couldn't get anything going offensively. So you look at that and you go, wait a minute. Now, the New York Knicks in their playoff series have never scored less than 108 points, right? Their offense has really carried the day. I think the Knicks have a fighting chance. And I said this before Game 7. I said, if OKC wins, I think they match up poorly. But the Spurs right now, they're that team that just did something nobody expected. They took out the Giant. They emotionally did it. And now they got to get back up for the Knicks. I know it's the NBA Finals. I understand that. I think the Knicks match up much better with the Spurs. But what the Spurs did to OKC can't be overlooked, especially on the defensive side.